on, guys? Code Wolf here, back with another episode on the Minecraft Planet server. I keep messing that up. Back on the server here. Got some fun stuff planned today. I'm going to be doing some fun with Redstone. I have a plan for a secret laboratory where we're going to have an alchemy setup and a chanting room, etc., etc. So. But it's going to be hidden, and it's going to be hidden with a locking mechanism that I devised. And rather than build that on camera, it took me a while to get the design kind of figured out. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to jump into my creative world and show you guys what's going on and how this thing works. And then I'm going to build it inside the Decrepit Tower behind me, off camera. And I'll show you the finished product, and then we'll get started on the secret laboratory. So I'll see you guys in just a minute in the test world. Alright guys, here we are in my super flat creative world. You can see I've been messing around with some stuff in here, testing designs, seeing what works and what doesn't. This is actually kind of old here. This was trying to figure out a better design for a mob farm. Didn't work out too well. I should just remove that. Maybe use a clone command and just clone air blocks into that. So here we are. This is what we're gonna have. So you guys recall inside the Decrepit Tower on each level kind of has this kind of contour inside. So what we're going to have is and it's not exactly going to look just like this because of the floor levels are, but it's going to be very similar to this. So what we've got here is we've got our 4 different item frames on the wall with items in them, and this actually ends up being pretty much a combination lock, but with the different signs here. So we set this to 7, we set this to 1, we set this to 2, we get a doorway. And this doorway goes down, and ta-da, and we go down into our little hidey hole. So one of the cool features of this is that we have an override switch, so we can lock it behind us, and no matter what happens on those, if someone enters the right combination or not, it's overridden. This door will remain closed. So while we're down here working, we can lock it behind us and not have to worry about anything. The downside is that, well, actually, let me show you this first. So let's say, something happens and someone, tries to lock you in. Well, they're SOL, because we've got a button back here where we can get out whenever we want to. The downside with this, though, is that if we have it overridden, the door will still work from the button. So then we lock ourselves out. Even if we put in the correct combination here, we can't get in. So that's one drawback to this. We'll just have to, internally, on the server, I'll have to make sure I put a sign here so that I never forget to make sure that that switch is off. So here we go. Here's the workings of this. Now, each of these item frames, except for the top one here, the top one doesn't do anything. Each of these item frames, with a comparator behind it, will output a redstone signal, the strength based on what position the item in it is in. So with an item in the frame, it emits a signal of 1. And then as you rotate it, signal of 2, signal of 3, etc., etc., all the way up to a signal of 8 when it's at the 45 here. So we run into a problem there because we need to make sure that it's exactly 8 and exactly 2 and exactly 3. So what we have here, we have each of the comparators coming out of the back of the item frames is in subtract mode. And thanks to a small tip I found from generic B, if you have a furnace with X items, you can get an output signal from a comparator of the exact strength that you want. So we can get this in a relatively small space here. So what we want, because this is in subtract mode, we want the output signal to be exactly 1, no more than 1. So we put as many items in here as we need for the output signal here. When this is in the correct, when this item frame is in the correct position, we get exactly an output signal of 1, and that goes for all three of these comparators on the back sides of these item frames. So if we get more than an output signal of 1, what ends up happening is there's a two-tier, and this is just to go over the top and connect it to the same line here. But if the signal is more than 1, it activates either this redstone here, or it activates this redstone, which goes down here, or it activates this redstone, which all goes down and continues to power the block that keeps the door shut. So you can't put in the wrong combination and have it open up. You can't go past the correct number and have it open up for you. Now this piece here, we have again a comparator in subtract mode, and this goes to our button inside here. And what happens is the signal comes out and it goes into the side, and because it's going into a redstone repeater here into the side of that, it subtracts the total signal going into the comparator. It subtracts the number here from that, so it's subtracting 15, and since the maximum strength is 15, it shuts it off regardless of what the strength is going in here. The other line is actually underneath here. I can show you a little bit of it. And what it does is it powers into this block, so regardless of whether this is off or not, it still keeps this powered. And the setup inside here is just your standard double piston extender here. So we've got 2 sticky pistons behind here, a set of 4, pushing these out and then pushing these out. So we've got a 4-tick delay here and a no-tick delay here, so that when the power is shut off, these pistons, which are out here, retract first before the other pistons behind it pull back. The downside is that it leaves kind of an ugly spot here on the wall. I don't know. There might be a way to do that, but to make it prettier inside there, but it would take up a lot more space. So I'm not too worried about it. Having the texture there for the pistons. I'm not too worried about it. So yeah. So that's what I've done. There's a possibility of me doing a tutorial on this in the future. If you are interested in seeing that, be sure to leave a comment below. If I don't get any comments on anybody wanting one, I may or may not do one, but if I get people saying that, yeah, I want to see a tutorial on this, then I will go ahead and give a tutorial on it, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and jump back onto the server now and get started on this and get this up and working, and then I will see you guys after that, and we'll get started on the laboratory. Catch you guys in a bit. Alright guys, we're back, and as you can see, we do have this set up. I do have combination just set to all ones right now. That's going to change off camera. I'm not going to show that to anybody. That's for me to know. But yeah, right now it's set to all 1. So if we switch any of these, it's going to close the door. Switch it back to 1, door opens. Again, we got our switch here. Locks the door behind us. Unlocks the door behind us. So as you can see, you know, we've got the half slab floor here, so that's why we had to kind of adjust this a little bit so it fit. So now we're gonna work on the path down here. The room's gonna be down here. I'm not sure of the exact size at this point, but I know for a fact we're gonna go at least 9 by 9, and we're gonna do some fun stuff in the floor here with the enchanting setup, and then potentially, you know, some alchemy stuff over here, and then I'm not sure what else over here. We'll figure it out. We'll get this looking nice. But for now, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get some stairs going up. We're just gonna have a one wide staircase going up to the top here, and then we're gonna fill in the walls with some of the bricks I've got in my inventory bar here. So let's get up here. And we're going to change this out. We're going to change all of these out too. I should probably put that back. Shovel. And yeah, I want to put those there. Looks like I missed one. Switch it up a little bit. I'm trying to decide what to do about the top here. If I should move it back one more. I think I will, and then I'll put stairs on it or something. That way it's just a little easier to get down. Yeah, okay, for now. Pardon me. Just put these on the bottom here. And then we'll worry about the sides and the top in a minute. No, not that it mattered. Alright. We're not going to need any torches coming down here. I think we will need one right here. Maybe I can put like a floor lamp in right here. That would be pretty cool. Can I do that? Yeah, let me go make a lamp real quick. Glowstone. And I think it's just glowstone in 4 pieces. A couple of people on the server. I'm not really paying attention to chat, so they're talking to me. I'm not totally not paying attention. So we'll do that. I really hope that that redstone wire I have running underneath is not underneath that block that I just broke out, because that would not be cool. Nope, it's not. Okay. So for now we'll just do this. We'll fix this in a second. Put you right here. Break that, break that, break that. Lever. Ah! Okay, what about this? Son of a gun. You know what, we'll just, do I have space above here? Nope. Now I can fix that. Where'd it go? We'll just put it there. Oh, and then we can just do this. Alright, that works. Cobble. Cobble, stair, cobble, stair. Okay. Then just kind of alternate this a little bit. Jump these around a bit. Do some on this side. Do some more on this side. This side. And then we'll just fill the rest in with regular, which I'm going to have to get more, I think. Hopefully nothing spawns in there while I'm running up here to get stuff. Make a whole nother stack. A whole nother. Nother is not a word. Another hole. God, I gotta stop doing that. It's a little obnoxious. I'm gonna have to replace some of those too, I think, if I'm gonna put stairs on the ceiling. That there. Okay, so that does that. Okay, so if I do put the stairs on the ceiling here, yeah, alright, that'll work good. Or well, if you prefer. That will work well. Do that. Stair, 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 stair. Getting awful dark down here. Might have to put some more redstone lamps in the walls. I'll get around to that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and I'll meet you guys down there, and we'll get this this enchanting setup done. Catch you in a few. Alright guys, we got a little snafu. Got the staircase done, and I came down here and started just double checking to make sure what I thought was going to work would work, and it's not going to. So what I wanted to do was just have a ring of redstone around the outside, and then all these pistons in the floor, and it would push up all the pistons, and all the bookshelves would be on top, and ta-da! Whenever you step on that pressure plate, and then your enchanting table would be there. But that's not going to work. So I have to go back to the drawing board, hop into my creative world, and see what I can figure out. Hopefully something simple. It's not going to use a lot of repeaters. I don't want to have to deal with repeaters if I don't have to. So I'm gonna hop in there. I'm gonna record in there, and if anything, interesting happens, I'll patch that in. Otherwise, I'll come back and show you guys the finished product. So, see you in a few. Alright guys, we're back. Turns out that I am going to have to use a ton of repeaters, which I didn't exactly want to do, but it is what it is, so we pretty much have to tear up this whole room. I'll get these in first, since I know exactly where they need to be. And let's placing these down. A little bit of server lag today. And there have been some thunderstorms in the area, so luckily the server hasn't crashed. Crossing my fingers that it doesn't. Might as well just tear this out now too. I'm going to need to put in a floor anyway. I think this room is going to end up being bigger than the 9x9 I got here, so we'll get that squared away here in a minute. Get all these repeaters down and get the redstone lined up. There. We need one there. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 1, 2, 3. Here's skeleton. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more over here. Oh, this is wrong. These go another level down. Wah wah. I'm actually shaking my head as I'm doing that. Alright, yeah, we're gonna get these lined up. I'm gonna go ahead and get these put down, and then I'll be right back. Alright, it's working. Sweet. Alright. One little thing I like to do is toss a piece of glowstone underneath, which I don't have on hand, but we'll fix that here in a second. Let's go up and get a piece of glowstone. Nether. 1, 2, 3, 4. I always like to put a piece of glowstone underneath an enchanting table because the enchanting table doesn't block light and it totally hides the light source. Makes it look, gives the area a nice little brightness, and then you don't have all sorts of torches laying around. So we do this, we do this. Ta-da, you can't see it. Alright, now let's get bookshelves. And then I guess for now, just wrap it with a mixture of these two. We'll see what I can get with this. And then no, you know what? I'm gonna go up and get some more. Alright, so this is fun. This is fun. I like this. Getting back to redstone is nice. I haven't done much in a while, so. Alright, well, we had a couple of derps. We had a couple of snafus. But now we have another derp. Because those can't be there. Let's just toss those up on the walls. Do there, do there, do there. And that should give it enough light. Double check the light level everywhere. 9, 10, 9, 8, 9. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Alright. So, now we walk up. We got a level 30 enchant. Perfect. Awesome sauce. And then it's flushed to the floor the remainder of the time. Alright guys, well I think that's going to do it for today. If you did like the episode, go ahead and hit that like button. Leave a comment below if you have any suggestions, if there's anything that you want to see. And until next time, take it easy.